this is kind of the last one before we're going to dive into the mental health stuff, which I'm pumped about. And this is one that the fans are going to know, the viewers are going to know exactly what it is. Obviously, the Army has its own Tier 1 unit called Delta Force, or the unit, as SEAL Team 6 is also DEVGRU. In your mind, can you explain to the viewers what to you personally, what the big difference between those two units are, and which one do you think is the premier Tier 1 unit?
Yeah. So, I think the individuals that attract, or the two units that attract, let's say guys like me and the rest, are very similar. I think we get persuaded by different books and different movies and different individuals we hang around, and what drew me in were more of the books that I read from Vietnam. Were a lot of the stories were that SEALs were cowboys, they wanted to grow their hair long, they wanted to wear earrings, they wanted to not fit in, and wanted to wear blue jeans on operations. That wasn't the Army way. The Army is more kind of a conformist, got to stay in the box type of mentality, and I felt like the guys I worked with at DEVGRU were more, how do we break the rules? How do we bend the rules? Because I don't like rules, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. Rules are like a guideline that you should just know that they're there, and you should be able to travel. You should be able to travel away from them just wide enough where you can't get in trouble, yourself hurt, others hurt, but just need to know that there's some limits there. And so I always felt like the SEAL, and then even, if you're talking about the tiers, the 2-tier units, I felt, we tried to really be cowboys as much as we could while doing the hardest job that, anyone could ever imagine doing. And so I also heard that our my outfit, we relied on each other more as like teammates, where maybe the Delta operators, they focused more on kind of individual attributes or individual skill sets. Again, this might be objective kind of hearsay, but obviously I was part of the unit, part of my unit. So, there is some truth to this, and then I'd say, our initial mission was coming out of the water, right? Was protecting, cruise liners. If a cruise liner got hijacked, we would get the call to assault, and take out the targets and rescue the hostages. Where on the Army side, planes, trains, and automobiles, so more coming from the land. And so, I always felt like our mission was harder because we had to do everything on that a land mission would have to also do, but we also had to figure out how to do it from the water and come. So it was always I always felt like one more step of just of suck. It was just one more element in there that we had to be really, really, really proficient at and do it well before we got onto dry land to do whatever we had to do.
Was there ever, did you ever do any like missions with each other or train much with each other? Or did you guys just kind of keep to yourselves and they kept to themselves?
Yeah, we train with each other all the time, and it ebbs and flows. So, there's sometimes we'll get together. They'll send their guys to do all our kind of waterborne operations, and then we'll go down there and do a lot of their type of missions. And so, at the end of the day, you realize that you're a lot closer, that you're a lot more alike than you are not. And there's just there's little things here and there that you kind of do things differently. So.